The three great factions were charging all of their forces across the entire earth to fight against the beast of the apocalypse, the Triaxa. They were going to stop the Chaos Brigade from summoning the beast of the apocalypse again, because they don't want their world to be destroyed. They don't want to be extinct. So it's survival instincts to prevent this from happening. Then 10 angels with trumpets appeared as they have descended upon the earth from heaven. The purpose of these trumpets were to boost the power of the three great factions, because here are some of the abilities of the trumpets. These are the 10 strongest archangels, the ones that are almost to the power of Michael himself. These trumpets, one of the abilities is these trumpets can also boost someone's amount of power 10 times over, but temporarily, like maybe for 5 hours. Yeah, that's 5 hours. Usually this only works for 10 minutes to 1 hour. But these are the 10 strongest archangels in heaven, so they're putting their powers into these trumpets for it to last long. And another one of the abilities of these trumpets, they can also knock living beings out. So these trumpets were also used to knock out the humans. So it wouldn't reveal the supernatural world, yada yada yada. And the third ability was memory manipulation. The trumpets can also manipulate the very memories too. So the trumpets can erase. Well, the trumpets will erase the memories of the humans of the supernatural world. So the earth won't go chaotic. That's what the use for these trumpets are. They're basically, I don't know if I should call it a plot device. I'm gonna search up what a plot device is. So I'm gonna pause this what if. Yeah, this is a plot device. I just searched it up. Alright. Gabriel and all of the other archangels, I will need you to put all of your power into the trumpets, because we are going to need that boost of power to fight the beast of the apocalypse. As all of them nodded and said, "Yes, Michael, your wish is our command." As the 10 archangels, they were like stars in the sky all over the earth. They were like bright stars or miniature suns as they started playing their trumpets, as the powers of the three great factions are. The powers of the three great factions were boosted 10 times over. Serzex was in his embodiment of destruction form. Everybody was in their strongest forms. Azazel was in his 12-winged form. Serzex, his embodiment of destruction form. Riser in his true phoenix form. But it was all amped to 10 times the original strength. And Michael in his 20 angel wing form. Their abilities were boosted 10 times over. So they are amped. As then the three great factions marched to Romania, because when Michael told them about the sacrificing, he told them that the sacrificial offerings took place in Romania. So they marched to Romania and they basically raided it, as Romania looked like an abandoned city. As then Serzex says, "No wonder why they're located over here. This would be a good place to hide all of your experimentations or sacrifices, because there's barely anybody that lives here. Because Romania was dark. Even when the sun was shining, the moon was shining around. The moon blocked the sun from shining on Romania. So it looked like the dwelling place of vampires or evil creatures of the night. As then Michael says, that doesn't matter now. We can't waste any more time. We have to stop him from summoning the Trihexa. As then Syrinx and Azazel had nodded. As then they marched underground, so as their troops. They marched to where the main cave of Romania was, because they sensed the power in the blood and the souls that were being absorbed. As they bursted through the cave, and to everyone's surprise, they saw Valley Lucifer, the grandson of the original Lucifer. As then Valley said, "What are you doing here? How did you find our location?" As then Syrinx says, "Valley, why?" So is Azazel. "Why would you do this? Why would you summon the beast of the apocalypse, knowing damn well about his full power, his power that can destroy the world, his power that can extinct all of the races, all of the three great factions, and destroy peace?" Sir Zax and Azazel, you wanna know why I did all of this? Why I've orchestrated all of this? Oh, simple. I wanna see those angels suffer. Then Sir Zax said, "Wait, what? What do you mean, Volley?" "Well, you see, their race and their leader, well, they killed my grandfather, so I wanted to reenact revenge to get back at them for what they have done to my grandfather, as what they have done to the original Lucifer." As then Sir Zack said, "No, this has to stop any more longer, and this can start another great holy war. This will endanger all of the races." As then Volley then said, "If you're not with me, you're against me." As then Volley pulled out a red sacred gear gauntlet on his left arm, and on his right arm he pulled out a white boosted gear. This was Drake and Albion. And you guys may be wondering, how did he even get Drake and Albion? Well, you see, flashback, issei was in space carrying the Earth like usual. But then he had an idea. He had a what if. Like, what would happen if I decided to give one single person, like, the power of 2 sacred gears and the strongest ones in existence? What would happen what would happen? Well, you see, on normal circumstances, they will die. Like, their bodies won't be able to handle, their souls might even destroy itself because of how much power that is. But what if I bestow them the power to handle the 2 most powerful sacred gears? What if I bestow them that power? I want to see what they would do with it, of course. I want to see how much destruction they would be able to cause around the planet. I'm so curious. And if they cause too much destruction, I'll just beat them myself or take away the power from them. As then Great Red and Albion says, "Issei-sama, what are you thinking? With this plan of yours, this may cause destruction around the planet, cause destruction around the Earth. No, this is too dangerous. If someone would have these powers, both of these powers, this would not go unnoticed. If someone had both of us, this would not go unnoticed by the three great factions. This one person alone would probably have the power to kill off one faction alone. They would have the power to cause so much destruction. Issei-sama, please reconsider. I'm begging you, as Drake and Albion said, as they were bowing on their feet. As then Issei said, Drake and Albion, pick up your feet. Drake and Albion, you know my curiosity has no limitations, cause ever since you've been in my body, you've been reading my thoughts. Well, I gave you access to my thoughts. And you see that my curiosity has no limits. And even if they were able to cause so much destruction, oh simple, I'll merely just A, destroy them, B, beat them, C, take away their power from them, or D, truly erase their very being from existence. So, as when Albion and when Albion and Drake heard this, they had a sigh of relief, because knowing that this person won't be able to cause destruction around the planet as long as their master is here. As then Issei put two of the dragons into one single cube, a cube of darkness, and a cube full of sunlight energy. Yes, that's because Issei has went to the sun before. He's flew there and absorbed the energy from the sun with his darkness. He absorbed the sunlight energy, and he combined his darkness with the sunlight energy into the cube. And he sent the cube down upon the earth to hit some random person. It doesn't have to be a human too. It can be an angel, a devil, fallen angel, yokai, vampire, cat, dog, even a fly. It doesn't matter as long as they're a living being. Man, even a robot can have it. If they're sentient, then yeah, a robot can have it too. So when this cube flew through the sky, it hit Folly Lucifer. Because Folly Lucifer, he had the Chaos Brigade plan still, but he didn't fully reenact it though. But him and Orpheus was working together, and he saw this big cube in the sky. As before he can even move, he was going to move from it, but it already hit him. When the cube hit Folly, he was in immense pain. But he has met Drake and Albion. As when he's met Drake and Albion, he then questioned, "How are you two here? I thought you guys disappeared after the Great Holy War. After when Great Red and the Dragon God of Negation fought, I thought you two disappeared with both of them. How are you here? No, this can't be possible." As then Drake and Albion then said, "The only reason why we're here is because the Dragon God of Negation sent us." As then Folly Lucifer said, "Wait, the Dragon God of Negation, he's back? He's not gone again? Wait, that means that Great Red is back too. I thought Orpheus was the only dragon god that was in the plane of existence. I thought they just went back to the dimensional gap. I thought Orpheus was the only one that was in existence. But it appears that my theory was false." Alright, then Great Red and Albion said, We will bestow you. You should be lucky, boy. Not lucky. You should be grateful, boy, because You are getting a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because we are bestowing our power onto you. We normally don't do this, but by the order, by the commands of Master Issei, we will do this. We will do this command. As then Drake and Albion spread their powers to volley Lucifer, as in the mindscape, he had two gauntlets on his arm. His left arm had the boosted gear, and his right arm had the white boosted gear too. Not the boosted gear. Trajonic gear. I don't know what Albion's gear is called. We'll just say Albion's white gear. As then Michael. Wait, no, not Michael, whatever. Not Michael, my mistake. Then Michael said, How? How is that possible? How is that possible to have both of those sacred gears? Both of them disappeared in the Great Holy War. How is that even possible? And even if they didn't disappear, how is that possible that you are able to handle them? One of them, yes, probably would be able to handle them, but two of them? No, your soul would be erased from existence if you were able to get two of them. As then Volley says, you see, I don't even know how these boosted gears, how are they here? They just appeared out of nowhere through a cube. And once that cube hit me, I got these boosted gears. So it turns out they haven't disappeared during the war. They were probably just hiding, perhaps. And you're wondering, why hasn't my soul been crushed? Not even I know the answer to that. But no matter, that doesn't matter. What matters is me having your head as a trophy as Volley Lucifer charges up at Michael, as then Sir Zex appears in front of Michael with his embodiment of destruction form and stops Volley and says, You've gone too far, Volley Lucifer. Surrender now, or your punishment will be far worse than this. As then Volley says, and why would I do that? Why would I surrender with all of the power I have right now? And how successful my plan's been going. I've gone too far just to surrender like that. So no, Sir Zex, I will not surrender to you. Then Sir Zex says, you leave me with no choice. Volley Lucifer, because of your sins are now unforgivable. Because of your sins against the three great factions, you are the disruptants of peace, and now I will use my authority to judge you, to judge your very existence. As then Volley started to laugh. You think you can judge me? It's quite comical to think the likes of you can judge me. Yes, this is a Sosuke Aizen reference. Bro is my favorite character from Bleach. You know I had to use that reference. Okay, back to the subject. There is no way you can judge me. As with my power, none of you can stop me. As then Volley charges up the sacred gears, but what surprised all of the factions was he was in a different state. He was in the Juggernaut Drive state. As their faces widened, how is he able to use that state without dying? Even one sacred gear would kill him. If he was using one of them, but with both of them, how is he not erased from existence? How is that possible? To use both of them at the same time without dying, and judging by how it looks, it doesn't seem like he has any drawbacks at all, cause he's standing there like so easily, without struggling at all. How? At that rate, none of us will beat him, because in the original DXD verse, the Juggernaut drive transcends God. And since Volley has both of the Sacred Gears of Juggernaut drive, it's even way more powerful than Canon. As then, Volley charges up at Surzex, but with a bit of plot armor, Surzex actually dodges. It was barely. He barely dodges. Okay, now Surzex is getting no more plot armor. Shit is getting revoked from him. I removed plot armor. I don't know why I gave it to him in the first place. As then, Volley then tries to kill Michael, but then Michael accidentally slipped on something, saving him. And the attack ended up winning to the attack ended up going to the angel. Yes, the attack ended up going to the angel and killing him. And killing that angel. And the attack was so powerful, it pushed throughout the whole angel faction, eliminating them all, slaughtering them. That one attack slaughtered the whole angel faction. Even the 10 archangels that were playing the trumpet. As then Arias and her parents was like, how is that possible? As their eyes were looking down, how is that possible to kill an entire faction with one attack? How is that possible? That shouldn't be possible in the realm of devils or fallen angels. Even with the sacred gear, still. Unless if you were a full dragon, I would understand that power. But to have that much power, nah, he's a force to be reckoned with. He is a true force to be reckoned with. Where's Issei when we need him? Even if Issei wasn't as strong as Volley, we need all the help we can get. And judging by how strong Issei is, we need him. Where is he? Rhea said in her thoughts. As then, Michael, he looked at his dead race. His race was completely dead. They were all gone, including his sister Gabriel. As Michael shed a tear. As Michael then said, you're gonna pay, you bastard! As Michael started to charge at him. As Michael started to get a rage boost. And it granted Michael like 1,000 times better stats. Michael had 1,000 times strength boost, 1,000 times speed boost, 1,000 times magic boost, 1,000 times stamina boost, 1,000 times durability boost, and 1,000 times regeneration boost as he charged up at Volley. But his mere power was only 5% of Volley's power, as it was doing a tiny bit of damage to Volley, but it wasn't really hurting him, as Volley then slaps Michael away. He bitch slaps him. And Michael was outside of that berserk form, unconscious, as Surzex and Azazel were on the ground. They were on their knees, as they have lost complete hope. How are we gonna beat him? How are we gonna beat a foe like that? How are we gonna beat someone? How are we gonna beat someone that can destroy an entire faction just by a mere one attack. How? It's not possible. How? They have completely lost hope. But then, a being came out of nowhere. A being with red energy came out of nowhere. And this being had the power to warp reality and bring anything he imagines into existence. This being was Great Red, but it was a smaller version of himself. You may be wondering, how the hell did Great Red get his powers back? You see, when the second part, I forgot which part it was, when Issei negated Great Red's powers, he negated them temporarily. So the negation, since he negated them temporarily, it had a time limit to how much the powers were negated. So that time limit merely ran out. And when the time limit ran out, when Great Red's time limit, like negation, ran out, he altered reality. He altered reality, saying that, oh yeah, he wasn't inside of Issei anymore. He wasn't inside of Issei's mindscape anymore. And he altered reality, saying that he was in the real world, because this is how Great Red's powers work. I officially changed how his powers work. Great Red has two abilities. One ability, anything he imagines comes true, but he has to expect it to come true. That's one of his abilities. Another ability of his, it's omni manipulation. He's able to manipulate everything in the multiverse, all of reality, all of existence, all forces of reality, etc. Great Red altered reality, saying that he was not in the Issei's mindscape anymore, and he altered reality to appear here. The reason why Great Red appeared here was because he saw that they were in danger, and he saw this as a way to get praise for it. If he saves these pathetic mortals, he would get praised. He would get praise for all of it, and he can become their ruler. He can become their ruler. He can be the ruler of these pathetic mortals and do whatever he pleases with them. As then Volley says, "Who the hell are you?" As Volley senses his power and got scared, Albion and Drake got scared because they realized who this was. Even though he was in human form, that disguise was not fooling them, because they know about Great Red's abilities to manipulate reality and his other ability. So that was not fooling them. They knew this was Great Red, their other master. As then, Great Red, just out of nowhere, he punches the shit out of Volley. I'm talking punches the shit out of him. As this one shot to Volley out of his Juggernaut Triform, this one shot, it got so bad that it destroyed the boosted gears. Now Drake and Albion are still alive because Great Red didn't want to kill them. He didn't want to kill them, so they just stuck in Volley's mindscape. But the boosted gears were destroyed. This just means that Volley doesn't have access to Great Red and Albion's power anymore, as Volley was knocked unconscious, nearly close to death itself. As then when Azazel and Serzek saw this, and the Devil faction, the Devil and the Fallen Angel faction saw this, they regained hope. They said, maybe we could win against the Tri-X the beast of the apocalypse. Maybe the beast won't even be summoned. But then they heard a roar. As the whole earth heard it, this roar echoed around the entire planet itself as the beast appeared in front of them as his seals were broken, as a portal appeared and the beast was walking out of it. Finally, I'm free. After 3 millennia, I'm finally free. I'm able to do whatever I please to this world. As he echoes his power around, as he made the fallen angel and devil faction bow down, as then the beast of the apocalypse, he looks at Great Red and realizes this is Great Red sensing his power. Even if that disguise is not fooling anybody when you got power such as Great Red. He knew this was Great Red. It says, normally he would run away. Because Great Red can manipulate reality to any way he wants. But when the beast of the apocalypse was sealed away in an alternate dimension, he's gained a new ability. This ability, in the alternate dimension, there was like a few like realms in there too. In the alternate dimension where he was sealed off. But the beast of the apocalypse, like the realms were the size of planet itself. The realms, yeah, they had planets inside of them. The beast of, and even had its own sun inside of it. The beast of the apocalypse merely absorbed it for power. Not only that the Chaos Brigade were trying to unseal him, but also he was trying to unseal himself with the power he absorbed. As when the beast of the apocalypse is free and he sensed great power, as he sensed Great Red's power, as he merely smirked. As Great Red then charged an attack at him, as he ran up at him. But Great Red's biggest mistake was coming here and his ignorance. He didn't know about the beast's powers. He didn't know about the abilities of the beast of the apocalypse. As when Great Red was shooting his existence erasure attack, the beast merely absorbed it. As the beast charged up at Great Red and grabbed his arm, as Great Red was wondering, what is happening? As then Great Red's very essence, his being, his soul, his body was being absorbed by the beast of the apocalypse. As when the beast of the apocalypse absorbed Great Red, his power was felt as the two great factions were shivering in fear of this power, as it even made them all unconscious. As when the beast of the apocalypse Trihexa, when he absorbed this power, he has truly felt like he is ascended. He is no longer a planetary being now. He is no longer a being of this planet. He transcends this planet. He's no longer just planetary. He has ascended to a being much more. As now the Trihexa has, because he absorbed Great Red, he absorbed his knowledge and he has gained cosmic awareness. He is aware of the infinite multiverse. He is aware of the one multiverse that contains infinite universes, and he knows he has the power to destroy all of them. As even the beast, even the Trihexa, He has taken a new form. And his new form basically looks like this. He basically looks like Batman the Darkest Knight. He looks like Batman the Darkest Knight, but like he also looks like a universe too. Let me basically explain. Like, he looks like Batman the Darkest Knight, but like his body, inside of his body, you can see it. You can also see it from the outside too. Like, it looks like there's galaxies and planets inside of his entire body, and stars, etc. in galaxies mainly. So he's basically the Batman who laughs. Not who laughs. The Batman the Dark. He looks like Batman the Darkest Knight, but that also looks like a universe. As when Issei sensed this power, he knew this is bad. No, this is bad. Why? How? How did Great Red even get down there? And why did he get down there? He's such an idiot. You know, I'm such an idiot for not noticing that the negation would wear off. It's because I used temporary negation. If Great Red didn't go over there, if he didn't try to show off his power and pride and ego, his power, his essence would not have fallen to the hands of someone like this entity who's pure malice. I know of his goals. I know he plans on destroying everything. He plans on destroying the entire multiverse. No, I refuse to let him do whatever he pleases. I must stop him. I will stop him before he destroys all of existence. Because I know he won't. Because he has knowledge of Great Red. He has Great Red's knowledge. He has Great Red's cosmic awareness around the multiverse. I know that he probably knows how to fully use Great Red's abilities. Now I must stop him before he does anything further, before he destroys the multiverse. Okay guys, this will be the end of What If Issei Was a Dragon God, part 7.